And welcome back to the Financially Simple Experience, friends. Today I want to introduce a topic or a series, a conversation around this idea of the wealth game. You see, I've had this in my head for some time, and I've been trying to figure out how to illustrate this game of wealth. See, I genuinely believe that wealth is a game. If we make it a game, it becomes fun. To me, I think it's an honor, a privilege for us to work. I think it's an honor, a privilege, a blessing for us to be able to take our fingers and toil, our minds and toil, so that we can get paid. An honest day's work for an honest day's pay. I really believe that with all my person. I do. But so many people view money as this mystical idea, this thing of wealth, as this mystical idea that, hey, if I could only achieve this, and it's out there in the future. Friends, if we gamify this thing of wealth, it becomes super easy. It becomes fun. So let's define our term first. What is wealth? Webster's Dictionary defines wealth as the abundance of valuable material possessions or resources, or an abundant supply. So it's an abundance of valuable material possessions or resources. You say, Justin, yeah, but you're going hyper. You're looking at just money. Well, I get it. Some people may describe wealth as a spiritual wealth. In the Christian world, they say the fruit of the Spirit, love, joy, peace, long-suffering, gentleness, goodness, faith, meekness, temperance. These are the fruits of the Spirit. And some people may say, because I have spiritual wealth, my relationship with God is good, and therefore I am wealthy spiritually. And friends, I understand that. I understand that no matter what religion or what your beliefs are, you may believe that you're spiritual wealthy. And I get it. I do. Others may say, you know what? Wealth is found in friendships, in my acquaintances, in my spouse, in my partner, in my colleagues, in my friends, in my family. Julie Garland once said, I can live without money, but I can't live without love. So maybe it's the close friendships or relationships that you're saying relational relationships are wealth. And I understand that. Maybe you're like the famous Roman poet Virgil, who said, the greatest wealth is health. Living a life free of handicap, disease. Maybe that is wealth. I got to tell you, friends, last year, whenever Emily was facing what we faced, I would have given every single dime we had to take care of that girl. Wealth is health. I get it. Man, I was living that last year, friends. There's not an amount of money that I would have done to take care of her. So yeah, maybe wealth is health to you. I get it. I've been there. I am there. Although there are many definitions, philosophies, and different perspectives as it relates to wealth, I want to deal with financial wealth, obviously. I want to deal with things around money. But I have some rules. Here's some rules to this game. Money first is no more than a magnifier of who you are. Friends, I've seen people inherit money and it's gone. They had a broke mindset. They were spenders. I've seen people inherit money and they turn to materialization. They go out and buy stuff because their value is in the stuff they can physically see. I see people get money or earn money and then they go out and they buy real estate or they invest, and that's their mindset, is investing. I've seen people get large sums of money and give it away to charity because it magnifies what their heart was or is. Money is no more than a magnifier of your true character. That's my rule number one. Number two, there is no amount of money worth losing yourself. The moment you make this game of wealth about money, you've lost the game. You say, well, Justin, that's a contradiction. No. Earning wealth financially is not about money, but about playing the game. You see, if you make your focus on getting money versus playing the game, then you lose, because at that moment you're going to fall into the trap that so many have. You're going to lose your name, your reputation, your character, your family, your friends, your health, your wealth. Everything could be lost the minute that you make money the game. It has been said that the love of money is the root of all evil. Not money, but the love of money is the root of all evil. So when you're playing this game, realize that money's a magnifier and money is not the object. The object is playing the game. So as we dive into this wealth game, we want to talk about financial independence. Now, whenever I say financial independence, the way I describe it is you're not having to physically go to work in order to get paid. We want to reach home plate. We want to reach home plate after we round first, second, and third to where we have enough resources financially that we're not having to worry about where our next paycheck's coming from, but also that we're able to do the things that we magnify through our character. We'll talk about that in just a second. So what is the game? Well, I want you to look at the baseball diamond. I kind of alluded to that a second ago. It was around first, second, third, right? So I want you to look at the baseball diamond. I was watching videos recently of Mark McGwire and Sammy Sosa's slugfest they had not many years ago during the steroids era of baseball. And so we've all seen the baseball game. More than likely, you visited a baseball park and watched kids play t-ball or watched a high school team or perhaps a professional team play baseball. It's a simple game. You start out at home and you work after hitting the ball. You want to simply round first base, turn left, go to second base, turn left, go to third base, turn left, and come home. And whenever you reach home, the whole stadium goes crazy. Your mom and dad on the sidelines start clapping their hands, raising their hands in the air, cheering on little Timmy or little Jimmy or little whoever is running the baselines. I can think of a TikTok commercial I saw, a TikTok video I saw not too long ago. Is this little tyke? He was probably 4 or 5 years old. In fact, I think he was wearing a diaper. He was coming around third base and he started doing like a slow-mo run into home plate, and he was not going to get buzzed. And then he did a nice little slow slide, and I mean the crowd went laughing and the whole thing went wild, and he was having a blast. That is the game that we want to play. So in order to start this game, we have to be born, okay? Home plate is now you had just been born, and from the time you're born, you have been walking slowly or running slowly toward first base. From the time you're born, you're going through school, you're going through college, and whenever you hit first base, you now have earned your very first paycheck or your very first income. Maybe you're like me and you started your own business and you got that first invoice paid. That was first base for me, man. I was excited. I got first base. Okay, well, so we hit first base, but second base is now where second base is now where we begin building assets. Maybe it's you're buying a home. Maybe it's now you start investing in your 401k at work. Maybe it's that you aspire to follow the millionaire next door philosophies and you're investing in various asset classes and you're trying to build wealth. That's second base. Now, as we turn second base and we reach third base, this is the point to where the assets are going to begin paying you. So rental property, portfolios, businesses that are passive income, they're starting to pay you. And finally, you sliding to home or you run across the finish line, whatever the fanfare you have in your mind, and now you've reached financial independence. You've reached financial independence to where you no longer have to work, physically or mentally work to provide income. You're not trading time for dollars. You now have enough assets amassed that you're able not only to live your life, hear me here, not only to live your life, but to begin teaching others how you did it and inspiring others to be generous with the resources that you have to pass on generational wealth through inheritances. I'm reminded of a statement my dad would say often. He said, "Son, life is not about getting all you can, canning all you get, and then sitting on your can." Now, canning is a farmer's term that you could put up goods throughout the wintertime or through long periods of time. So you would take, let's say, rice. You could put it in a can. You seal it up and put some vacuum packs in there, and that rice would stay healthy for 10, 15, 20 years potentially. So this idea of let's get all we can. Let's get all the money we can. Let's put it in this airtight container. Let's set it on a shelf somewhere. Let's not think about it, and we're just going to sit on it. That's not financial independence. Financial independence is allowing all your hard work, all your blessings, everything that has accumulated into this one point to be able to not only provide for you, but to bless others. That is financial independence. See, from the very moment that we begin learning, we run to first base. In our society, more than likely, you will reach first base. However, man, friends, very few people ever make the turn. They live paycheck to paycheck. There are a few that go to second base, but even shorter and smaller numbers ever turn to third base. And finally, whenever they turn the corner at third base, very, very, very few, as a statistical analysis, ever reach home plate. Your attitude of money can greatly influence your wealth. Your attitude of money can greatly influence your health. Your attitude of money can greatly increase and influence your stress levels. And of course, your attitude of money will greatly increase your chance to succeed at the wealth game. A negative attitude often leads to inaction and missed opportunities. So over the next few episodes, I want to dive into this game that I've had in my head for some time. I want to dive into what does it take to go around the bases. And I want to speak to us business owners because, candidly, only 75% of business owners actually have financial planning in place. I want to speak to us about how we play this game of wealth as business owners. So, friends, stay tuned. I'm looking forward to this particular series. Look, I realize it's hard. It is hard to deal with wealth. It is hard to achieve it. It is hard to know how to manage it. Wealth is hard. It doesn't have to be. Let's continue to make our lives at least financially simple. Hey, y'all go out and make it a great day.